Hello again, I'm Adam, and I'm going to teach you how to draw your name in this Minecraft font. Now I drew up an alphabet that you can download and print on the description, the link in the description below. It's got all the numbers and characters, and that'll help you. But how do you turn something like this into this style of font? That's what we're going to do today. So I got a name here. We're going to do the name Jacob. And first let me show you how to set up your drawing board. You're going to need a ruler and some straight edges. I'll zoom out here. And you can see there's two angles. You see how the letters go this way to a point, and then the shadow, the underneath, come this way. So these letters are an inch big, not including the drop shadow there. So that's about an inch right there. And the bottom, if you take your ruler and pencil, see I'm going to line up the ruler here with the T and extend this line like that, and then with the edge of the M going to extend, and so I have a point here where they intersect, and this is where all the lines will intersect when we draw it. So now we have to find the, see, and this ruler's too short for that, even going off the camera. See, if I trace the edge of the M here, I can line it up there, and let's go with the, let's see, edge of the T. Doesn't have to be totally exact. So I have a point way up here off camera that I have to draw the top to. So basically, from here, if you're doing 1-inch letters, from here all the way up to the little point you got to make there is about 11 inches. And from here, you know, not the bottom of the shadow, but from here to this point is going to be about 4 1/4 inches. So let's take this off and start here on this piece of paper. I'm going to start with some guides so I don't go too high or too low. There we go, that's how big the font is going to be. It's 1 inch, and the center is right there. So now I'm going to measure, what was it, 4 1/4 down. And up is 11. Now that I have my 1-inch guides here, the center line mark, I have a vanishing point up there, that's 11 inches up, and then down here another one, 4 1/4 inches. I have my name printed out. Now you can just print out this and cut out your letters and glue them to the paper to help if you want. But I will now fold this, and you want to find the center of this image here. So this is 4 3/4. So that would be 2, that's right here is the center. Now if you don't have a way to measure, you can just fold this in half like that. See, I'm folding black ink to black ink there, and there's the middle. So now I'm lining up the middle of this image here with the middle guide there, and I'm just going to transfer the J, the A, all these little markings here, the spaces in between. There's the C, the O, and the B. Okay, easy enough. And now I have my, you can't see it, it's off screen, but I have a vanishing point, looks just like that, and I'm lining up these lines like that. Just, that's all I'm doing. So here we go. I have my pencil lined up on the vanishing point up there, and now I'm lining up with the edge of the J there, and I'm going to draw a line all the way up. Now I'm going to the next edge of the J, going up. There's the A, inside leg of the A. Okay, there's all the letters there. Now you can also see, here's the C, and we don't have the parts of the O or the B, so you could fold it again, line these up here. Now I can transfer where the middle of the O is, the B, this part of the C, the edges of the creeper's mouth, and there's the edge of the J. So now let's fill in. There's the J there. What were we doing? Okay, creeper's mouth. All of these line up with the same vanishing point. This is the O. Okay, now how thick do you make these lines here? Like the J, how big is this going to be? Let's see, where's our name here? There we go. So, okay, let's just start with the C. You can see the C lines up with here, 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 here. So it's all roughly the same. You can take your printout of the Minecraft, the actual name itself. And this is actually a little smaller. I have the one that you'll print out will be right. There we go. So there it is. Just transferred the thickness of that line. Now I'm going to go all the way across. There we go. Now how thick is the top of the C? And that's the top of the letters there. Alright, now I can start filling them in a little darker so I know where I'm drawing. So I'm going to do this on high speed. You can see I didn't follow this exactly. You just look at the letters and you do your own thing. That's what's nice about this, is you don't have to be totally accurate, and it'll look perfect still. Now let's do the drop shadow here. It's actually not a drop shadow, it's 3D lettering, but so we need to take this, let's see. You can do this to yours too. We're going to go about that far down. In case you don't know what I'm using, this is a T-square. You can get them pretty cheap, and this is a square here. Pretty cheap at art stores. Okay, so that's how far the shadows, I keep calling it a shadow. Okay, so I'm down here at my vanishing point, right off camera. I'm going to connect all the letters to it. Here's the corners of the B. C. Well, I'm sure missed a few parts here, but we can always go back and get those later. Okay, so if this shadow, again I'm calling it a shadow, if the depth there is as far, then this line is going to be there that far. So now we know how far the C goes down up there. There we go. And there we go. Any others? No? Alright, and the same thing. Let's see, where's our mark? Same thing here. It's going to go that deep. Now we can color it in with some black. Now this is a Pilot pen. These are fairly nice, and this is kind of nice paper, so this shouldn't bleed ink too much. Now you can fill in here solid black, you see under here, but this part we don't want to fill in solid black, just we're going to draw in some cracks and things. But let's just start here with the J. I drew a little crack going in this way, and because I have a crack going that way, I'm going to leave a tiny bit of shadow not filled in. You'll see why in a minute. And for the smaller cracks, I'm going to use a .38 Pilot. Get a skinnier line. Okay, you can outline the letters, but don't outline the bottom here. You got to keep that light. You can underline the bottom here. So just to not get yourself confused, why don't you just go ahead, I'm going to do it too, and outline all of the letters. My hand's making a mess with the ink, so I'm just going to use this piece of paper to block it. I switched to a 10 Pilot pen. It fills in the border a little nicer. Now this Creeperface is not like a regular face you see in the game. It's a bit messed up, so this is a nice picture to do because you don't have to be totally spot on. You just kind of stay within the general guides and it'll look really good. Okay, now you want to be a little careful with how you do the bottom. You see these cracks here. Let's start with the C. You want to shade one side of it. So I'm going to bring this down and just draw this half of the shade. So now when I fill in the bottom, I'll leave this part light. You'll see later what I mean. So here's another crack. I'm only going to shade one side. So you can look at the Minecraft logo and you'll see what I mean. Okay, there we go. Okay, when your ink's dry, you can start erasing. If it starts smudging, that means it's still wet. Missed a part here. There we go. Okay, when you're shading, now you can't really see it well on here, but there's two colors. There's this part which is a light gray and then dark gray, and then you have a medium gray, light, dark, medium, and right along the bottom edge and here and along some of the cracks there's no shade at all, so you're gonna have leave a white bit, and you'll see. Let's start here with the C. So I'm going to first start shading with, and you can see with the C I'm going to leave a gap there and a gap there that I'm not filling in. Everything else is going to be the same. So alright, that pencil I was using is a 6B. You can get these different kinds of pencils there. They draw differently. Some are light, some are dark, some are sharp, some are hazy. So they're pretty helpful for stuff like this. Okay, now we're going to color in the main face, and again, you want to leave a light line along the bottom and along a lot of the cracks here. Okay, now fill in these shadows here. If you have some on the sides. These ones aren't supposed to be totally white. You're just taking the edge off of it being totally white. Just a little bit of graphite on it. And if you have any cracks here, I think that's the last one. Alright, that's how you do it. I hope you've liked this video, and again, you can print out the alphabet and some other parts here. I just made up the rest of the characters here, what they might look like, you know, the ones that aren't in the logo. So if you want to change some of them, have some fun with altering these, go for it. See how you like it. And as always, if you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe as well. So have a lot of fun. Thanks for watching.